And we start tonight with our breaking news coverage of the record December snow.
Want to show you a live look at Highway 50 tonight at Echo Summit. There you see it. The highway just reopened in the last few hours after being closed for days. ABC 10 has a team of reporters covering the area, and we are seeing trees down on the highway.
This is a look at Highway 50 tonight at Echo Summit. Meanwhile, I-80 remains closed at this hour from Applegate to the Nevada state line. ABC 10 was at the Applegate exit this evening, seeing trucks lining up, waiting to get back on the road. And still, most Sierra passes remain closed. You can see all the closures here on the Caltrans quick map. It includes highways like 88 and 89. If the road is open, chains will be required.
Meanwhile, thousands in the Sierra are facing record-breaking snow. Look at this. These are new pictures from Palisades, Tahoe, not far from Truckee. They are calling conditions in the last 24 hours their biggest December storm in 50 years. Meanwhile, thousands are still without power tonight, and sadly, it comes as temperatures are starting to drop below freezing across Northern California. And so we have a lot to cover tonight. Good evening. I'm Chris Thomas.
And I'm Alex Bell. We have live team coverage tonight as we cover this December breaking snow records. ABC 10 meteorologist Carly Gomez is tracking those freezing temperatures and what's about to happen more as this wet weather arrives.
ABC 10's Becca Habegger has been speaking to people along I-80, but we start with ABC 10's Giacomo Luca live in Placerville tonight. And Giacomo, I understand you have some good news about the power.
Well, we do know the power here in downtown Placerville has returned, a big change from just several hours ago. That, along with US 50 being reopened after a days-long outage and closure there. But the big storm, even though it's passed, so many are continuing to deal with the aftermath. Mother Nature battered the Sierra with feet of snow over the holiday weekend, bringing down trees and making roads slick and treacherous, forcing Caltrans to close US 50 just east of Placerville for 2 days until reopening Monday night. Crystal Perkins has been stuck in Pollock Pines, trying to return home to Reno since visiting her Grass Valley family on Christmas.
It's been kind of crazy because it's just so much snow, and like every other day is just another story. You don't know, like, is it going to snow a little or a lot?
While she and her husband can't wait to leave, Hans Schneider has been hunkered down and without power at his Pollock Pines home, glad to finally get a generator.
Well, it'll get my hot water heater going. Yeah. It'll get my refrigerator going. A couple lights.
The Bay Area native has lived in Pollock Pines 16 years and says this is one of the biggest storms he can remember.
Yeah, it hasn't been like this for years.
Meanwhile, tens of thousands remain without power in the Sierra as PG&E calls in crews from all over to restore it.
This storm really packed a punch, and it's an all hands on deck situation for PG&E.
PG&E says that it has been difficult to get their equipment in some locations because of the mountains of snow, but they are working day and night to make that happen. Meanwhile, PG&E is encouraging folks to check their website for outages and to report them to them on their website if there is one. Back to you.
Our Giacomo Luca starting off our live team coverage for us tonight. Giacomo, thank you.
And this is a live look at the PG&E outage map tonight. PG&E told us today their biggest outages were in Placerville, Colfax, and Grass Valley areas. They can't provide any time on when these areas can expect a full restoration, but PG&E tells us it really just depends on the extent of the damage once they're able to see what actually happened.
And take a look at conditions along I-80 tonight. Falling trees have made restoring power very difficult. ABC 10's Becca Habegger has more from Applegate.
It hasn't been this snowy in a while. This is probably a 20-year snow.
Lou Stark woke up at the Applegate Motel Monday morning to find himself snowed in and unable to make it to work, which worries him. The rumble of a generator is a familiar sound for folks in the foothills, but here at Applegate, at an elevation of about 2,000 feet, PG&E power outages are much more common as wildfire prevention during hot, dry, and windy weather, not from wet, heavy snow.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to work at 3, and now I can't even leave.
Serena Thompson also found herself snowed in and unable to make it to work, and this generator can only power a few small devices at the motel, not every room.
The snow is pretty to look at, but it is freaking dangerous, so... Huh, Apollo?
Thompson is watching her friend's pup Apollo, who provided some comic relief. But then I asked Thompson about the dangers of this storm.
Missing work, not being able to pay rent, driving, not having power for hot water, for food to, heat up something. And we're freezing in there. It is 30 degrees in our room right now. So the dangers of it is falling asleep and not waking up.
Trees like this, heavy with snow, are a big part of the problem as they crack and fall on power lines. 7 miles down the mountain at this Arco off Forest Hill Road in Auburn.
Getting gas for generators, so we're going to be out of power for at least 2, 3, 4 days. I'm not sure yet.
Greg Holden and Grant Sargent are preparing for the worst at their homes in Weimar, powered by generators since the PG&E power went off early Monday morning.
This is pretty much epic. I mean, I don't think it could have got any worse.
He's banking on the possibility of a 10-day outage.
One generator over 13 hours takes one tank. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days at one household. And it's going to cost over $200. So it makes not having power really expensive.
And let's go ahead and take a look with meteorologist Carly Gomez here. These temperatures are really not helping people tonight, are they?
They
Carly?
really are not, Alex. We're looking at cold temperatures already, and we do expect that hard freeze warning to continue into the early morning hours, and it is in effect starting now. We're looking at those cold temperatures right around the upper 20s and even low 30s for portions of the valley. Take a look at Highway 80, Donner Summit. Things are closed off here. At least the snow, for the most part, has slowed down, and that's what we're looking at our radar now. You can see just some small scattered snow showers left behind, but a lot of opening here from the cloud coverage. We're starting to get all that cold air infiltrating the valley. This will help to drop temperatures overnight, which is causing some frost in the morning. So please be careful if you're heading out the door. You don't want to slip on anything, or take it easy on the roadways as well. Anything that had puddles could be freezing over, so you want to take it nice and slow. We still have areas here where we're seeing an extension of winter weather because of the cold air moving in. Any of these small scattered snow showers could drop to lower elevations, so we will see that in effect until tomorrow morning. Now, the Sierra snowpack has really started accumulating, and we're now seeing well above average for this time of year by about 153% on average statewide. This is a water equivalent now of 13.8 inches of water. Now, we did see a new December snow record. Soda Springs Lab here for the Central Sierra Snow Lab, bringing in almost 40 inches of snow in 24 hours. We're now at a new record of 193.7, beating out that old record of 179. The Gilmore backyard, a nice evening right now as things have slowed down, but temperatures, they are expected to drop into the early morning hours for the valley. We'll talk more about the cold temperatures and what's in store in my full weather forecast.
And now to new video. We are getting more than 50 reports of people getting stuck on back roads in several locations, including Plumas County, after Google and Apple Maps told drivers to take the back roads. They are trying to get around the road closures caused by this record-breaking December snow. Law enforcement offering this warning tonight.
With 80 being closed for several days and almost every route into the lake being closed, people are trying to find alternative routes, and they are inadvertently taking roads that are not plowed, maintained, with poor cell service, creating a recipe for disaster.
Some on Twitter putting it this way: Google Maps an abject failure. You are sending people up a poorly maintained forest road to their death in a severe blizzard. Of course, here at ABC 10, we stand for you. We reached out to Google immediately. They got back to us, thanking us for bringing this to their attention. Take a look. Google says in light of the unpredictable conditions from the current snowstorm, our team is working as quickly as possible to update routes in the Lake Tahoe area using a combination of third-party data and details from local authorities. We currently show a winter storm warning to alert drivers in the area and encourage everyone to stay alert and attentive.
The smart thing is don't come up. Go ahead and wait till the storm clears.
Bottom line is, you heard the statement from Google warning of unpredictable conditions. Law enforcement officials are now urging you to not use navigation apps. Again, please do not rely on navigation apps. Look up the road conditions with Caltrans before you start traveling.
I've been up here for 21 years, and I would say it's probably top 6 in terms of storm.